Have you ever stopped to think that the key to true freedom may lie in learning to let go? Imagine being able to walk away from situations and relationships that drain your energy and undermine your happiness. In this video, we'll explore how Stoicism teaches us to recognize toxicity, value self-preservation, and embrace inner peace. Get ready to discover how to take control of your emotional well-being and redirect your life onto a fuller, more meaningful path. Stay with me and let's discover the secrets to a freer and more balanced life together. Believing in our worth empowers us to remove ourselves from harmful situations. This process demands deep reflection to recognize the signs of toxicity and the wisdom to understand that, sometimes, it is necessary to follow different paths to grow. Letting go is not a failure, but an essential step toward self-preservation and inner peace, embracing freedom through the act of letting go. Leaving a toxic relationship is a profound manifestation of freedom. It is an expression of the Stoic belief that we have the power to control our reactions and emotions. By choosing to let go of a relationship that no longer serves us, we are taking control of our emotional well-being and redirecting our path towards a more fulfilling life. This freedom is not achieved immediately, it comes accompanied by challenges, such as the pain of loss and the fear of loneliness. However, Stoicism teaches us that these feelings are natural and that, with perseverance, wisdom and the cultivation of inner virtues, we can overcome them. The freedom gained by leaving toxic relationships behind is proof of our resilience and capacity for growth. It makes room in our lives for healthier relationships that align with our values and aspirations. Letting go of toxic relationships is a fundamental lesson in the Stoic journey toward freedom. Marco Aurelio reminds us that our perceptions and actions are under our control, even within the scope of interpersonal dynamics. By applying the Stoic principles of rationality, self-reflection, and virtue, we can navigate the complexities of human relationships with wisdom and grace. Letting go is not just about ending a relationship, it is about embracing the opportunity for personal development and finding peace in the autonomy of our emotional and moral landscape. As we continue to explore the rich teachings of Stoicism, we discover that each lesson is a step toward understanding that true freedom comes from within, cultivated through the choices we make and the relationships we choose to nurture or release. The serenity of accepting what we cannot change is essential in the search for tranquility. Understanding the value of self-preservation is crucial to our emotional growth. Recognizing that each of us deserves respect and dignity is the first step to moving away from environments and people that undermine our self-esteem. Self-reflection, as an ongoing practice, helps us identify patterns of behavior that harm us, allowing us to make more conscious and healthy choices. The process of letting go is often painful. Facing the reality that a relationship is harmful can trigger a whirlwind of emotions, including sadness, anger, and confusion. However, it is important to remember that these feelings are temporary and are part of the healing process. Stoicism teaches us to accept these emotions without letting them dominate us, keeping the focus on our personal growth and the search for more balanced and harmonious relationships. When we decide to leave a toxic relationship, we are also affirming our ability to love and care for ourselves. This act of self-care is a vital step towards building a more balanced and meaningful life. By freeing ourselves from unhealthy relationships, we make space for experiences that truly nourish our soul and enrich our spirit. The journey to emotional freedom is full of ups and downs. However, each challenge overcome strengthens our resilience and brings us closer to a state of serenity and contentment. By embracing Stoic teachings, we learn to value the importance of virtue, wisdom, and courage in our lives. These principles guide us through difficulties and help us maintain clarity and inner peace, even in times of turmoil. It is a decision that allows us to grow, evolve, and connect with our true essence. By following this path, we find true freedom, a freedom that is not imposed from outside, but that is born from within us, cultivated through the conscious choices we make and the relationships we choose to nurture or release. The serenity to accept what we cannot change, combined with the courage to change what is within our power, is the key to a full and balanced life. Accepting what we cannot change is a liberating art. Stoic philosophy, rooted in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that true freedom lies not in shaping the world to our will, but in serenely accepting that which is beyond our control. In this video, we'll explore how this powerful lesson can transform our lives, guiding us to unshakable inner peace. Imagine being able to free yourself from the weight of anxiety and frustration that comes with trying to control the uncontrollable. Stoicism offers us an enlightening perspective. Our actions, thoughts, and responses are within our control, while the behavior of others and events in the world are not. Recognizing this distinction does not diminish our power, rather, it redirects our energy to where we can truly make a difference, within ourselves. Acceptance, according to Marco Aurelio, is not passive resignation, but an active involvement with reality. It's about focusing on our inner world, where true transformation can occur. As we move away from the illusion of control over external events, we embrace a powerful internal freedom. This freedom allows us to live in harmony with the flow of life, finding a resilient peace that is not easily shaken by external turmoil. This path of acceptance teaches us to navigate life with grace and equity, rooting our emotional balance in a deep understanding of the nature of things. Stoic philosophy guides us to distinguish between what we can and cannot control, and to find serenity in accepting this truth. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us in his Meditations, even if we cannot control the winds of destiny, we can adjust our sails to guide our inner world towards a horizon of peace and freedom. Prepare for a transformative journey as we explore Stoicism's profound lessons about acceptance and freedom. Discover how embracing this ancient wisdom can lead us to a life of virtue and tranquility, enabling us to face challenges with a new perspective and a serene heart. Throughout this journey, we will reflect on the importance of self-reflection and humility. Accepting what we cannot change forces us to look within, recognize our limitations and understand our role in the universe. This practice not only strengthens us, but also teaches us to value the beauty of the little things that we can truly control, our actions, our attitudes, and the way we choose to respond to what happens around us. Let's delve into the essence of Stoicism, which guides us to live in accordance with nature and accept reality as it is, not as we would like it to be. This leads us to a way of living that is more authentic and aligned with our deepest values. By understanding and accepting the limits of our control, we begin to appreciate life in its entirety, recognizing that each experience, good or bad, contributes to our personal growth. Marco Aurelio, in his Meditations, offers us a compass to navigate this journey. His teachings remind us that although we cannot control the winds of destiny, we can adjust our sails. This means that regardless of external circumstances, we have the power to choose our response, maintain our dignity, and act with virtue. Let's explore how to apply these principles in our everyday lives. Facing life's challenges with a stoic attitude does not mean denying our emotions, but rather, recognizing and accepting our emotional reactions while choosing a response based on reason and wisdom. This provides us with an internal stability that is immune to external storms. Accepting what we cannot change is an act of courage. It is recognizing that life is impermanent and that we have no control over many aspects of it. However, this acceptance frees us from unnecessary suffering and opens us to a new form of freedom, a freedom that comes from within, from our own hearts and minds. I invite you to reflect on these concepts and practice acceptance in your daily life. As you do this, you will find that many of the worries and anxieties that plague us begin to dissipate. We will find a deep and lasting peace that will allow us to live more fully and satisfactorily. As we continue to explore the profound lessons of Stoicism, we discover that the art of acceptance is not just a strategy for dealing with life's difficulties, but a fundamental pillar for a life of virtue and tranquility. Let's together uncover the secrets to living in harmony with reality and achieving true freedom that comes from within. Have you ever felt lost amidst the chaos of life, searching for a compass to guide you? In the vast mosaic of Stoic teachings, rationality appears like a shining beacon, illuminating our path with unwavering clarity. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great sages of antiquity, defended rationality as the solid foundation on which we build a full and meaningful life. He urged us to harness our innate capacity for logical thought, carefully distinguishing between what is virtuous, what is indifferent, and what is beyond our sphere of influence. Rationality, for the Stoics, is not cold and impartial logic. It is a vibrant and dynamic process of engaging with the world, functioning as a compass that guides us through the treacherous waters of life. This principle calls us to a higher form of freedom, which is rooted in the mastery of our inner world over external chaos. Through this journey of discernment, we cultivate a deep understanding of our nature and the natural laws that govern the universe. Accepting rationality as our guiding light frees us from the vagaries of fleeting emotions and the turmoil of external events. This liberation is not an escape but an elevation, a movement toward a state of being where every decision is made with clarity and purpose. In this realm, freedom is not the absence of restrictions, but the presence of firm guidance that leads us to wisdom and virtue. The Stoic embrace of rationality is a testament to the deep belief in the power of the human spirit to transcend its limitations. Marco Aurelio's teachings invite us to regain our autonomy by exercising our reason, questioning the world around us and aligning our actions with the greater good. This alignment is not passive acceptance, but active engagement with life, a commitment to live in harmony with nature and reason. Freeing yourself, in the context of Stoicism, is walking towards the light of rationality. It is to build an inner citadel of consciousness, impervious to the storms of destiny and fortune, where the flames of wisdom illuminate the path to peace. As we venture into the lessons of Stoicism, we discover that the freedom we seek is not a distant dream, but a present reality, waiting to be revealed through the power of our rational minds. From this perspective, rationality becomes more than a philosophical ideal, it is a practical tool for liberation. It is through it that we build a space of tranquility in a tumultuous world. Through the eyes of Stoicism, we learn that being free is not about disconnecting from the world, but about engaging with it in a deeper and more meaningful way. Guided by the firm hand of reason, we are able to face challenges with courage and clarity. As we continue to explore the profound teachings of Stoicism, we realize that the freedom we long for is not beyond our reach. On the contrary, it is present within us, waiting to be activated by the power of our rationality. On this journey, we discover that true freedom lies in living in harmony with reason and nature, finding peace and wisdom in every conscious decision we make. So let's embrace rationality as our guiding light. Let's allow it to light our path, leading us wisely through life's uncertainties. Because, at the end of the day, rationality is not just a philosophical tool, it is the key to a life of true freedom and serenity. Have you ever found yourself faced with an obstacle, thinking about how to avoid or get around the situation? At the heart of Stoicism, a paradoxical truth reveals itself: challenges are not mere obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius, through his meditations on life, transmits to us a lesson of profound resilience, teaching that the very challenges that we so often try to avoid are the furnaces where our character is forged. This powerful statement invites us to view challenges not as sources of fear, but as portals to freedom. Embracing challenges is an invitation to overcome, a call to demonstrate strength, patience, and an indomitable spirit. In Stoic philosophy, challenges are seen as opportunities to practice virtues such as patience, discipline, and resilience. Imagine a life where challenges are seen not as barriers, but as stepping stones to personal growth and inner peace. This reimagining of adversity requires a shift in perception, a willingness to look beyond the immediate discomfort and recognize the long-term benefits of facing and overcoming difficulties. Inner freedom, achieved through adversity, is not the absence of challenges, but mastery over our reactions to them. It is a state of being where we are no longer slaves to our circumstances, but architects of our own destiny. Facing our challenges head-on, with courage and conviction, builds an inner fortress, a citadel of strength and resilience that stands firm in the face of life's storms. But this transformation process is not solitary. Stoicism teaches us that we are part of something bigger, connected to each other through the fabric of humanity. By embracing our challenges, we contribute to the collective strength and wisdom of our community. The Stoic lesson about the transformative power of challenges offers a roadmap to a deeply lasting and empowering form of freedom. It teaches us that the path to liberation is not paved with ease, but with the courage and grace with which we face our trials. As we continue to explore the depths of Stoic philosophy, we discover that each lesson is a step toward fully understanding the potential of our human spirit, guiding us toward a freedom that is both challenging and deeply rewarding. So, let's embrace the challenges that life presents us with. Let's face them not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. With courage and determination, we can overcome any adversity and build a life of true freedom and fulfillment. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself about the impact of your actions, words, and thoughts on your journey through life? At the heart of Stoicism lies an invaluable practice: daily self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius, philosopher and Stoic emperor, gave us a valuable lesson about the transformative power of introspection. Understanding yourself is the first step to navigating life's complexities with wisdom and virtue. By inviting us to contemplate the weight of our actions and thoughts, Marcus Aurelius urges us to enter the stillness of self-examination, where true liberation begins. Daily self-reflection is like holding a mirror to the soul, examining our reflections without judgment but with a sincere desire for understanding and improvement. By questioning our motivations, evaluating our actions, and reflecting on our choices, we cultivate a deeper understanding of who we are and who we aspire to be. This practice is not an exercise in self-criticism, but a path to self-awareness and growth. Regularly reflecting on our days empowers us to make conscious choices, learn from our mistakes, and celebrate our successes, no matter how small. The liberating power of self-reflection frees us from the unconscious patterns that often dictate our lives, allowing us to live more authentically and deliberately. Additionally, it promotes a sense of personal responsibility, reminding us that we have the power to control our perceptions and reactions. True freedom, that which is self-generated and independent of external circumstances, is found within ourselves. As we step away from the shackles of unexamined life and step into the light of self-awareness and purpose, we discover a deep sense of peace and an alignment with our values and goals. The journey to freedom is not about escaping the world, but about deepening our engagement with it. Armed with the wisdom gained from our daily reflections, we learn to navigate life with resilience, grace, and a deep sense of peace, living in accordance with nature and reason. So, may we embrace the challenge of getting to know ourselves better every day, cultivating the practice of self-reflection as a compass that guides us on our journey towards inner freedom. May each moment of reflection lead us to new discoveries and the constant improvement of ourselves, becoming wiser, more compassionate and more authentic every step of the way. There is something deeply revealing in the simplicity of now, an ancient wisdom that echoes through the ages and invites us to fully live each moment. Marco Aurelio, with his wise and serene voice, reminds us that life is happening right now, and this is where the true power of existence lies. Embracing the present is not just accepting what is, but understanding the unlimited potential that each moment holds for us. It's leaving behind the chains of the past and the worries of the future, and diving deeply into the richness of the now. This shift in perspective not only frees us from the prison of time, but also opens us to a new world of possibilities and gratitude. It's an invitation to appreciate the small pleasures in life that often go unnoticed in our search for something more. Living in the present is not an escape from reality, but rather a total immersion in it. It is recognizing that true freedom is not in external circumstances, but in our ability to find peace and contentment within ourselves, regardless of what happens around us. By focusing on the present moment, we develop resilience against life's challenges, facing each obstacle with courage and grace. This does not mean denying pain or suffering, but rather finding the strength and serenity to overcome them. So may we unlock the magic of the present moment, allowing each breath to be a celebration of life. May we lose ourselves in the simplicity and fullness of now, finding the true freedom that comes from living with intention and awareness in each moment. Imagine life as a dance, a fluid choreography of moments that come and go, each unique and precious in its own way. It is in this scenario that Stoicism invites us to find tranquility, embracing impermanence as an essential part of existence. Marco Aurelio, with his calm and thoughtful voice, reminds us that life is a journey of constant change, an eternal flow of experiences that shape our path. Rather than resisting this dance, we are invited to dance with it, embracing each step with grace and acceptance. Embracing impermanence is not about denying the reality of change, but rather about finding peace within it. It is about letting go of the bonds of attachment to things that are fleeting, and finding stability within ourselves, in the virtue and character that are the true pillars of our existence. This practice does not make us insensitive to the emotions of life, but rather allows us to experience them more fully. By accepting impermanence, we learn to savor each moment with gratitude, aware of its fleeting and ephemeral beauty. The true freedom that comes from embracing impermanence is profound and transformative. It frees us from the grip of fear and anxiety, allowing us to live in the present with courage and authenticity. When we understand that change is the only constant in life, we become more resilient in the face of challenges and more grateful for the joys that each moment brings us. So, I invite you to dance in the serenity of impermanence, finding beauty in the fluidity of life and strength in its constant transformation. May we learn from Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics to cultivate our inner peace, even in the fluctuations of existence. For it is in the acceptance of impermanence that we find true freedom and joy in living. Allow yourself to immerse yourself in this dance, where each movement is a celebration of life in all its complexity and beauty. Imagine an impenetrable fortress, built not with stones and mortar, but with virtues and convictions. It is in this inner space that Stoicism invites us to find our deepest strength, cultivating an inner citadel that protects us from the storms of life. Marco Aurelio introduces us to this powerful concept, the inner citadel, a safe haven where we can find strength and courage, regardless of the turbulent winds that blow outside. This fortitude of the mind is built on the understanding that although we cannot control external events, we have ultimate power over our own responses. Strengthening our inner citadel does not mean isolating ourselves from the world, but rather equipping ourselves internally to face challenges with equanimity and wisdom. It is to seek within ourselves the essential virtues, wisdom, courage, justice and temperance, that allow us to remain firm even in the face of adversity. This journey of building and accepting the inner citadel is challenging but deeply rewarding. It requires constant practice of self-reflection and applying Stoic principles to our everyday lives. As we strengthen ourselves internally, we discover a freedom that transcends external circumstances, a freedom to choose our attitude and response to any situation. This freedom is not just the absence of conflict or hardship, but the ability to maintain our inner peace and virtue regardless of what happens around us. It's finding an inner sanctuary where our spirit remains calm and serene, even in the midst of chaos. Therefore, I invite you to build your own inner citadel, to find within yourself a source of strength and tranquility. For it is in this protected space that we discover the true essence of freedom, not as an escape from difficulties, but as an inner achievement that allows us to live with authenticity and integrity. May this journey of inner construction guide us towards a life of virtue and resilience. May each step taken in building this citadel be an act of self-love and empowerment, an affirmation of our ability to face life's challenges with dignity and courage. Because ultimately, it is within ourselves that we find the true source of power and freedom. At the heart of Stoicism we find a fundamental lesson: virtue is the only true good. Marcus Aurelius and the ancient Stoics invite us to shift our focus from external achievements to the cultivation of inner virtue. This inner journey frees us from the incessant pursuit of the external, leading us to find contentment and freedom in the pursuit of moral excellence. Virtue, the Stoics assert, is the foundation of true freedom. External conditions, whether wealth, health, or status, are indifferent in themselves. What matters is how we use these conditions and whether our actions are aligned with virtue. This perspective challenges us to re-evaluate our values, moving away from social pressures that distract us from our moral development. Embracing virtue as the only true good requires commitment and discipline. It means actively practicing and incorporating virtues into our daily actions, reflecting on our interactions with the world around us. This does not distance us from the world, but empowers us to face it with inner strength, guided by a clear moral compass. Focusing on virtue as the true good guides us on a journey of seeking moral excellence. It's an ongoing commitment to aligning our actions with our deepest values. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism offer a timeless guide to living a full and free life, based on the pursuit of virtue. As we move forward, carrying these lessons with us, we are prepared to face life's complexities with renewed purpose. We find not only freedom, but also the essence of what it means to live a truly good life. So may we move forward, enlightened by Stoic wisdom, finding strength in the stillness of our spirits and freedom in the depth of our convictions. With each step, we forge a legacy of resilience and grace, bearing witness to the enduring power of self-mastery and the serene embrace of life's impermanent dance. It is a journey illuminated by the light of our wisdom, towards unlimited horizons of a freed soul. May we toast this journey ahead, with determination and serenity. May we honor each moment, knowing that within us lies the true good that guides us towards virtue and freedom. Imagine starting the day with a ritual of contemplation, a moment set aside to reflect on your values and intentions for the day ahead. This moment can be an opportunity to connect with yourself, defining priorities and remembering the principles that guide your life. Furthermore, the cultivation of self-discipline can manifest itself in various areas of life. It can be challenging to resist procrastination, but by practicing discipline in small actions, like waking up early to exercise or maintaining a healthy diet, we are strengthening our determination and self-control. Another valuable practice is to look for opportunities to act with kindness and compassion. This can range from simple gestures, like offering a smile or a kind word, to more meaningful actions, like helping someone in need or volunteering for causes that resonate with our values. The practice of justice is also essential. This can include acting fairly in our daily interactions, treating others with respect and consideration, and also upholding the principles of social justice in our community and the world. Ultimately, the search for wisdom is an ongoing journey. We can cultivate wisdom by seeking knowledge, reflecting on our experiences, and learning from mistakes. By doing this, we are developing a deeper understanding of life and becoming wiser in our choices and actions. These daily practices not only help us cultivate core virtues, but also help us live a life more aligned with our values and purpose. They enable us to face life's challenges with resilience, compassion, and wisdom, guiding us towards a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Resilience, a quality so essential for us to face the vicissitudes of life. Imagine facing a storm, with strong winds and torrential rain beating against you. It is in these moments of adversity that the inner citadel reveals itself as an unshakable fortress, ready to protect and strengthen us. When we cultivate our inner citadel, we are building an inner refuge, a place where we can retreat when the storms of life approach. It's as if we were building the walls of a fortress, each brick representing a life experience, a challenge overcome, a lesson learned. And when the winds of adversity begin to blow, it is to this inner fortress that we turn for protection and strength. It is there that we find the courage to face challenges, the wisdom to make difficult decisions, and the serenity to remain calm in the midst of chaos. Resilience does not simply mean enduring difficulties, it also means learning from them and growing stronger because of them. It's like bamboo that bends in the wind but never breaks. So we too, by cultivating our inner citadel, become more flexible, more adaptable, more capable of recovering and moving forward, no matter how difficult the challenge we face. Therefore, when life presents us with its inevitable obstacles, remember that you have within you an unshakable fortress, a source of strength and resilience that can overcome any adversity. Cultivate your inner citadel with care and dedication, and it will become a bastion of courage, wisdom, and serenity in your life. The art of moderation, such a crucial concept for finding balance amidst the complexities of life. Imagine yourself on a swing, where too much on one side can easily unbalance the entire system. It is in this delicate balance that temperance, or moderation, reveals itself as a fundamental virtue. The Stoics teach us that temperance is not just about avoiding excesses, but also about finding the middle point between extremes. It's like finding the perfect rhythm in a dance, where each step is taken with precision and harmony. When we practice moderation, we are exercising self-control over our desires and impulses. It's like being the captain of a ship, skillfully navigating the choppy waters of desire and temptation without being swept away by the current. Moderation invites us to question our choices and habits, to evaluate whether we are acting with wisdom and discernment. It's like looking at the menu of life and carefully choosing the dishes that truly nourish us, rather than those that leave us heavy and unsatisfied. But moderation does not mean deprivation or denial. It does mean finding a healthy balance between indulgence and abstinence, excess and scarcity. It's like savoring each moment with gratitude and appreciation, rather than voraciously devouring them in search of more. Therefore, when we find ourselves faced with the temptations of life, let us remember the virtue of moderation. Let us cultivate the self-control and discipline necessary to find balance in all areas of our lives. For it is in this balance that we find true peace and contentment, navigating the turbulent waters of existence with grace. Authenticity, a rare jewel in this world of masks and artifice. When we embrace virtue as the only true good, we are actually opening the doors to living authentically and genuinely. Imagine yourself walking through a garden of wildflowers, each one exuding its own unique and vibrant scent. Just as every flower is true in its essence, embracing virtue allows us to reveal our true nature to the world without fear or pretense. When we live in alignment with our deepest values, we are acting in congruence with who we truly are. It's like looking into a mirror and recognizing the reflected image as an authentic expression of ourselves, without filters or disguises. Authenticity frees us from the need to fit into pre-established standards or seek approval from others. It's like taking off a mask that we use to hide and revealing our true face to the world, with all its imperfections and unique beauty. When we live authentically, we are able to build genuine and meaningful relationships, based on sincerity and truth. It's like opening the doors of the heart and allowing others to enter our lives, without barriers or defenses. So may we embrace virtue as the only true good and live authentically, honoring who we are and what we value most deeply. For it is in this authenticity that we find true freedom and fulfillment, sailing the seas of life with authenticity and integrity. Let's talk about something really powerful: compassion and empathy. When we practice virtue, we are not just cultivating our own moral excellence. We are creating a wave of positive impact that extends beyond ourselves, touching the lives of those around us. Imagine yourself as a lit candle in a dark room. The light you emanate not only illuminates your own path, but also allows others to find their way in the darkness. When we live according to the virtues, we are, in fact, lighting this inner candle, illuminating not only our lives, but also those around us. The practice of virtue teaches us to be fair, courageous, wise, and moderate. But, beyond these qualities, a vital aspect emerges: compassion. When we are truly virtuous, our vision expands beyond our own desires and needs. We begin to notice and feel the pains and joys of others. It's as if our soul becomes more sensitive, more open to the humanity we share with the world. Compassion allows us to connect more deeply and sincerely with others. When we see someone in difficulty, it is not just an indifferent spectator who observes, but a human being who recognizes the pain of others and feels a genuine impulse to help. This is the essence of empathy: putting yourself in someone else's shoes, feeling what they feel, and responding with kindness and understanding. On the path of virtue, empathy becomes a compass that guides our actions. She reminds us that every interaction is an opportunity to do good, to be a positive force in the world. Imagine the impact of a simple act of kindness, a word of encouragement, a gesture of support, a moment of attentive listening. These small actions, driven by empathy, have the power to transform lives. And so, by incorporating compassion and empathy into our path of virtue, we are creating an environment where kindness and understanding flourish. We are contributing to a world where people feel seen, heard, and valued. It is a world where virtue is not just a personal pursuit, but a collective practice that uplifts everyone around us. So let's continue to nurture these qualities within ourselves. Let's be the candles that light the way not only for ourselves, but for everyone who crosses our path. After all, the true measure of our virtue is the light we bring to the lives of others through compassion and empathy. The journey of self-reflection is a magical and transformative journey. Imagine yourself walking along a serene path, where each step takes you deeper into yourself. Self-reflection is this journey, an intimate encounter with your essence, where you discover the hidden treasures of your soul. In the search for virtue and the construction of an inner citadel, self-reflection is like a compass that guides your actions and decisions. It is an invitation to look within, to explore your thoughts and feelings with curiosity and courage. When you allow yourself this time of introspection, you begin to better understand your motivations, fears, and dreams. And with this clarity, it becomes easier to align your actions with the values that really matter to you. To incorporate self-reflection into your daily life, start with small moments of pause. It can be in the morning, before starting the day, or at night, before going to sleep. Find a quiet place, take a deep breath and allow yourself a few minutes of silence. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I feel in the different situations I experienced? What can I improve tomorrow? Writing in a journal is also a powerful tool. Putting your thoughts on paper helps you organize your ideas and see patterns in your behavior. Sometimes, when you reread your notes, you discover answers that were hidden in your mind. Another effective technique is meditation. By silencing your mind, you make space for introspection and connecting with your inner self. Even if it's just for a few minutes a day, this practice can bring deep peace and a clearer understanding of yourself. Self-reflection is not just about looking back, but also about imagining the future. Visualize the person you want to become and the virtues you want to cultivate. This vision will be like a guiding star, lighting your path and inspiring your actions. Remember, the journey of self-reflection is ongoing. Every day is a new opportunity to learn more about yourself and grow. By embracing this practice, you strengthen your inner citadel, creating a space of wisdom, courage, and authenticity. And so, step by step, you get closer to the best version of yourself, living with more purpose and virtue.